We're heading in here. We're
look at this. It looks like you can see a seam of coal.
You can see the seams of coal, yeah, alongside here.
All those little indentations.
Look at those little things. Yeah, I don't know what the heck they are. Some kind of little indentations all along there.
Maybe those are the coke ovens.
They could be the coke ovens. They could be.
Looks like they're lined with something.
Yeah, they could be the coke ovens. Up here, this fella that we talked to, John Fatour, said that this is back in here is where the mine was. I don't know if we're going to get to it or not. The clouds look a little ominous up there. This is just a very, very peaceful place. Flowers and just
deer.
Yeah, just everything. And there's our bear. See, there he is. But it's just a very peaceful place. It makes you think about what happened here. It's fascinating. We'll get a little bit further in here, and I'll put it back on. All right, we are right out here by the old mine. It says Trinidad Basic Mining with an E. Basin Mining. It says Barberville, Kentucky. Up there. Former coal mine site reclamation project. No trespassing.
Oh.
And over here.
We're trespassing.
And over here is the mine tailings. Over here. I think we ought to go up around here and turn around. So.
Yeah. Some lazy cattle.
This is all part of that mine.
There's a mine up here that closed in an explosion in 1918, and I think he said over 100 men were killed in the explosion. A lot of them are still buried in the mine.
A lot of them are still in the mine. And,
how far up do you want me to go?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if we'll know when we come to the mine. Does that look like equipment up there? Or is that somebody's trailer?
Somebody's truck up there on the road.
Yeah.
That's somebody's trailer down there.
I don't know.
Look at all those cows.
There's some contented cows here.
I'm wondering who the heck we are.
They're probably just go up a little ways here and then turn around. All around here are tailings, so any one of these could be the mine, couldn't they? Anything around here? I don't know. Go up and turn around here. Somebody parked right here.
Oh. There's somebody in a hurry, a young girl in a hurry.
A young lady in a hurry for something. I don't know here. It looks like we're back in West Virginia or somewhere. There's some houses there, some little shacks that probably were there for years, next to an old abandoned
I think he said
trailer.
that the mine that didn't blow up survived until about, what did he say, 1952?
Something like that.
Colorado Homestead Properties for sale.
Yeah, Colorado Homestead. Now this...
So,
well,
Lost River could buy this and own this.
that's right. We could be Lost River Productions right out here. I think we're going to have to turn around here because...
Well, it looks like a place we can actually turn around.
Yeah,
A place with lots of mailboxes.
It's got all kinds of mailboxes here, and let's see, where are we here? Yeah, I think we better turn around, Sue, because
you got it.
We're going to put this on pause. It's kind of a nice picture there, the tailings and
the still picture too.
The mines there. It's all tailings from the mines. This is all so bucolic that it's strange, you know. Let's put on pause here. Now, there are no longer miners down there, but there's plenty of cows. They're kind of enjoying the great coalfield area here. There they are. Hi, fellas. Hi.
Gals.
Gals, I'm sorry. You know, I can't tell.
There's a couple of fellows there.
Can't tell
You
it.
don't need too many fellows.
There's a couple of fellas that are smiling over there, and there's a lot of gals. But, yeah, this is where it's at.
Here you get there's the dirty windshields.
Yeah, well, this here, there's a couple of big pipes. These are probably smokestacks, don't you think?
Maybe.
Smokestacks from the area. This is a bridge we're going across here. I'm sure they went across it when either the troops or the miners or somebody went across this thing.
The miners used to go there every day, but I don't
Yeah,
think
probably.
the troops,
Yeah, probably the
troops
miners.
stopped at the tents up there.
Yeah, I think the troops just got us so far. And miners used to go through here. That fellow John told us about the miners. You know, a lot of Italians, Slovaks, Eastern Europeans, and Mexicans. Really all universally treated like shit out here. That's what happens when you let management get the upper hand and there's no union. But it's fascinating here. There's another little bridge we're going over. Put down pause.
Troubled water.
Yeah, this bridge here, slow down a little, son. This bridge here, I would imagine they used that before they got the other one here. It's an old stone bridge. They probably went to work right along here. Use that bridge there.
I don't know where they went because
What's
it
down
ended up
there?
another ditch.
Something down there. Well, there's another bridge.
Bridge
There's
piling.
the piling for another bridge, so maybe they went across there, I guess. As you can see, this is a great looking place, man.
But makes itself open for ambush.
Yeah.
They pretty much are trapped when they're back here. That's my phone again.
There's still a lot of ghosts in here. You can feel them. They're all around you. Put down pause for a minute here.
Right there on that mountain, and I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit better behind a tree, which now I've totally lost it. Let's see. Okay, right there looks like some coal stuff, and right there behind a tree you can see a cave opening, and I wonder if that was a mine entrance, or if whatever's in those tailings, that wood stuff, probably is part of a mine. Oh, I hear thunder. And there's some metal stuff on that hillside right there too.
Yeah, it could be. It definitely was. They got some coal out of there. Whatever they did, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a wooden, some sort of wooden,
Like a retainer
Thing, yeah.
wall and some wood.
or it's a mine opening or something.
Looks like it was an opening. And
Yeah.
they put some. Whoa! You got it zoomed here.
Yeah.
What do I press?
W
W.
for wide, T is for telephoto.
Oh. I wanted to get another picture of those things. I think that they're coke ovens. They're coming back and we can kind of see them. You can see the length of them. Should I zoom in on them?
Yeah.
Let me, what do you press here? D zoom or T?
No, T for telephoto.
Okay. And that's a...
Can you get them out my window any better if I lean back?
let me hand this to you, so.
Okay. Did you get it zoomed all the way?
Yeah.
Right there. I believe those are the coke ovens because they look like they're something man-made. That's a natural formation. That's a
UFO
Yeah.
formation.
it's got crop circles beat. It just goes on and on and on. Let me see if I can zoom out again. There we go.
Nobody behind you.
If there is, they're going to be honking at me. we're headed back down the road.
Don't know what it is, but I'm getting a picture of it here.
Looks like a headstone.
Yeah, that's a headstone of some sort.
Can you zoom way in on it?
Let me try it. Let me. W or T? T, right?
T.
Oh, there's up above there. There's like a.
I wonder if that's where the mine was that blew up.
That could be where. That could very well
They
be.
cemented it up.
That could very well
Should we
be.
get out and go read what that says?
Yeah. We've decided to get out and give this a second look here. This, where are you there? So let me follow you. Where the hell are you? What? Look out for snakes.
Huh?
Look out for snakes. Can you read that? Here. Here.
What? I want to take a picture.
All right.
Get down so I...
Says, in memory of the 121 men who lost their lives in the Hastings Mine Explosion. What is that right here?
Bird?
No. You can't hear that?
No. It's the camera.
Oh, it's the camera. Just get kind of spooky here. Yeah, that's it up there. This is part of, this is a part of the mine here. You can hear the thunder. We're going to get some rain. That's amazing. These guys are still up there. A bunch of them are still up there. They're still up there. They're right behind there. They can get out. And that's the memorial to them. It's amazing, isn't it? Like I say, these are all just fellas from overseas, Eastern Europe, Italian guys, come over here for a good life and wound up dead. Mexican guys, some black guys. That's it. Wow. They're still behind there. A whole bunch of them. Never got out. Somewhere in this hill. Somewhere deep inside this hill. And you can feel them. You can feel them, especially with this thunder. Boy, you can feel them. I'll put this on pause. Sue's picking up some bricks here. Want to hold them up? We're going to bring them back. We're going to give you one too, Hal. This is right from the mine. They're right outside the mine.
We got one for Andy, one for Hal, and one for us.
Hey, and one for Kilty Colbum. I'm getting your face in here, Sue. Can't go hunting here. It says no hunting.
I just hunted rocks, thank you.
Just some rocks. All right, we're going to cut this off. Say goodbye to these guys here. They're staying here, and we're going. Hear that thunder? Scary, ain't it? Goodbye.
On the road out of the canyon, the mining canyon, I'm going to wide angle this one. And we're going down the road, and this is the ruins of something.
Don't know what it is.
Looks like it was probably a commercial building of some
Very
sort.
impressive. Good size.
Not too much left of it, though.
Just the front. Kind of like me. You know, you get rid of my suit.
We traveled about a total of 4 miles back into the canyon from the Ludlow Massacre site. And,
It's raining now.
the Hastings Mine is maybe 2 miles back. We got in and out just in time because I'm getting wet. Out in the rain. This is the road we came down from the massacre site. It runs along the railroad track. Back in that canyon is where we just came from, where the Hastings mine was. And Mr. Fatour told us that in that canyon back about 8 miles is another mine that was operating at the time. But on this side of the tracks we wanted to stop and see these buildings. I'm not even sure what they are. They look like some sort of business establishment from who knows what time period. But it does look like it could have been around the time of the Ludlow Massacre. And those might be residences of some kind. Obviously not the tents. There's an outhouse. Private property, no trespassing. Well, believe me, I'm not going in there. Can't even read what the sign said. It's time to get back on the highway and go. Dave's trying to call Hal right now. Say hi, Hal. I'm recording this just so I can play with the speed that's on here, but it's not doing anything. Anyway, we're coming up with a really nice shot of the storm.
Stopped raining, but oh, look at that! Just lightning over there. Oh man.
Anyway, that 4:52 is Arizona, California time. It's really 5:52 Colorado time. We'll be back on later. Okay, well I got you recording, putting on your hat, so we have proof that you have a top of a head.
Where's my hat, Jen?
Oh no.
You want to wear one of mine? One of the little baseball caps?
We came out with it, so.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
I found my band everywhere. I didn't find my briefcase or all the stuff they stole. But
Really?
my band was in the car. Now that band, I lost it last week. And somebody ripped my briefcase and they jumped the house. Yeah. Get right in the center. You're going to be the centerpiece.
The centerpiece, all.
That's right. Okay. Now let me get this camera going here.
Oh, God, yeah. She got that on tape. Oh,
What did you do?
I kissed him. No, thank you.
Okay. There, I got that one. And
All
we're
right.
still recording here.
We're coming back next year.
Next year.
But we expect them to see that before that. Don't get that one.
Well, I got that right there.
Dick says that...
What do you expect next year?
Yeah, I told him I'd come back if he gave me 50%. Like, was it... Everybody wants to have 1%.
Well, yeah, we want to.
So I need to...
You want to stay at the Motel 3 next year.
Are you going to give us an upgrade up?
Motel 3 next year.
Maybe stay at my house next year. Oh, man. Hey, I don't want to stay at the house if somebody's going to break in.
Oh, no,
my house. What happens if...
The rents, buddy.
be on the rents.
Hey, my rents, buddy.
If somebody breaks in and rapes me?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
just,
Probably a 100-pound gorilla, right? Remember that movie, Trading Places?
Yeah.
They put you in a monkey suit like that and send you off with a gorilla.
How's it going, Sue?
Fine. I have no idea what all these buttons are, but it said all these different things were on. Digital zoom. No, it belongs to his daughter. Because he was too cheap to go buy one.
We used our kids before, but the kids...
Now, see, we got to go with insurance. I called the insurance, see if they're going to cover that. We don't even have cameras for a thing.
no, and I want to take pictures of my little puppy
You know what?
before before you
He
get
almost
to
got
me.
on today. Victor come up off the door. That damn dog's running out towards the street. Come here.
Get him fixed. Is he fixed?
The little girl.
Are they all fixed?
I gotta fix that girl. Get papers.
Good paper?
But I won't use Bubby because he's got the shot.
All my daughters got fixed. And that's what you gotta do to
Well,
That's what my dad said about her when he was still alive.
I haven't been fixed.
because you're the troublemaker. All of them. There's the soul.
Yeah, but he's too old now. He's like our old dog.
Are you recording that?
Yeah, it's all on tape.
Watch that too, she's on camera.
Yeah,
You know,
that's it.
they say it takes me all night long to do what I used to do all night long. All right, buddy. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Don't take back your things as I come up here.
Maybe about a half hour. That's
Yeah, no.
late.
All right, we'll see, guys. You really good.
Yeah, we're already almost a half an hour late leaving. Oh, we're leaving Denver right now. We're being here for 3 days. 3 nights anyway. And we're headed for Fort Morgan and going northeast.
Heading up to, going up from there up to Nebraska and hopefully to Wounded Knee.
We got Wounded Knee. I got a big bruise on it this morning.
So you have a Wounded
I
Knee.
have a Wounded Knee and I don't know how I did it.
What was this? East.
You don't want to take 2 steps and
No.
stay on here.
Which used to be where they send the TV guys. They sent them here too because this is where, not too far from here is where Don Holliday died in a sanatorium.
Shut this off.
Yeah.
Well, we're traveling through the high plains. I guess you could say we're drifting. Now, we left Fort Morgan, Colorado. It looks like where the road changes.
Look at there's an oil well up there. There it is.
Yep, you see the oil well there?
You can see it through all the bugs.
I was going to say, I hope we
There's
don't
the
focus.
Good Life, home of Arbor Day. Look at that. We're in Nebraska.
And as I pan around the camera, we have the same view no matter which way we look.
Except for the
Except for the
oil
oil
well.
well.
Yeah.
This is the third oil well I've seen since we left Deadwood. They're not very close together.
This one's working.
The other ones were working too. The first one I saw was working.
Oh, there it is.
What's on the other side?
Up there. There's a cop. I think he's going after that guy. Because that kind of was ahead of us. Because we were speeding. But I slowed down for the,
The camera.
yeah, slowed down with the camera. Looks
Okay,
like-
well,
I don't know.
I think I'm going to shut this off because it's pretty much miles and miles of the same thing, and we'll turn it back
From
on.
nowhere.
Well, look at it. It's hard to believe that only a few miles west of here is the highest point in all of Nebraska, which is 5,000 feet. I don't even see a dot sticking up out of the high plains. I think we see a farm.
There's Clint Eastwood up there.
Where did the cop go?
What's that?
Where did the cop go?
It's not in there.
It is?
I think it is. We'll see. I'm going 60 anyway. I don't know.
Right now we are in White Clay, South Dakota. Nebraska. Getting ready to cross into South Dakota. And it seems to be the hot spot for the Indians to come and buy all their package liquors.
Where the hell is
Leaving Brand Inspection Area.
What does this say? This is the border.
This is the border.
Right here.
Look at all the yellow cars up there. Bury my car at Wounded Knee, I think.
photograph there.
That's the sign that says welcome
South
to South
Dakota,
Dakota.
yeah. Yeah, those Indians are laying all over. They come across the border to drink.
That's right. We saw some pretty drunken guys coming across the road. Pine Ridge is right up here. Roll this back up again. Turn the air conditioner on finally. Here it is. 97 degrees at 3:48. Actually, it's 4:48. Wednesday, July 2nd.
And here we are
South
putting
Dakota.
the air conditioner on in South Dakota. We haven't had it
97
on.
degrees. I'll prove it. I'll look right there. 97 degrees.
There it is. No. Ogallala Nation. This is your first time in South Dakota, so
Yes, it is.
are you impressed?
I'm deep breath.
Indian guys all over the place.
Then we'll be seeing a few Indians. And you know, if we stay in a motel tonight, we'll probably see some different kind of Indian guys.
Yeah, those
Or
are.
maybe Pakistan.
Pakistan. Oh man.
I wonder if East Indians come to a place like this, how they feel about the other guys that are called Indians.
India. Yes, Sahib. Orange was Dean. Gonga Dean. Look at the Prairie Wind Casino. 24 hours of fun.
You know what? I bet they have a lot of casinos up here.
24
all
hours
Indian.
of drunkenness. I don't think they can sell anything here. India.
Welcome to the Episcopal Church.
Okay, where do we go here? Where's the downtown?
Straight ahead, I guess, to Pine Ridge.
Oh. It says 18 here and then 407. Look down there as we go back. Look down.
I'm looking. It's a street. It's a road.
Well, we're here at Wounded Knee, South Dakota, right?
That's right.
And I was just going to go, and they got a post office. I was going to go and see if I get my old job back as a mailman over here in Wounded Knee.
Okay.
Huh?
That's right.
Let me see.
I don't think you're going to get any job here.
Let me see if they're hiring. I don't think they're hiring any gringos.
No.
You want to do a pan? This is the town of Wounded Knee. This is a real town. We came down this street looking for Wounded Knee, and we wound up seeing all these houses. And we realized this is a town of Wounded Knee. We're going to go up the street here and see if we can find the battle site. Right, Sue?
That's right.
Okay.
We just came out of the visitor center here at Wounded Knee. Most of what was inside is pertaining to the 1973 siege of Wounded Knee.
Yeah, the American Indian movement thing with Russell Means.
These are not real good hiking shoes.
You want to put different ones on?
No, I don't want to take the time.
You can't drive up there. You probably could drive up from the other way.
We're going up the hill to the cemetery.
This is where, up here is where they, where the lady said the mass grave is that they dug for all these Indians. And they massacred them.
And the original church.
94?
Huh?
90?
91, January of 91.
91.
1891, that is. And I guess the original church that was there was where they took over in 1973, and the church was burned down.
The lady said that this area, you can pan here, that the Indians were all encamped all around down here, and the army took this high ground up here where the cemetery is and just fired down on these Indians and killed them. One of George Bush's great-grandfathers, I think.
Mm. Well, you're getting your exercise today.
Somebody drove up, so,
Yeah, from the other direction.
but we're not chicky.
That's right.
What's the elevation?
Too high.
Is it 7?
No.
Probably 5, 4.
Yeah.
On our way up here, just before I pass out.
Quite a view. I guess they thought that too when they were in the cavalry.
Yeah, we had a pretty good.
There's Texas. They came farther than we did.
I guess, yeah. Well, it depends.
I left my phone in the car.
Right up there. The 1890.
White American.
Huh?
Number 5, White American, it says.
Yeah. And this was the trench then, where they put the people in.
Mm-hmm. I'll take a still picture.
All right. Oops.
You don't look through it. You
Yeah.
look at it.
This is the area. Here, I'll do a little pan here. This is up, this is the high ground. And this is the place. And they're still looking for the weapons of mass destruction that they claim these Indians had. So, it's all right, you're welcome. But this trench, and I will get here and I will show you this trench. It's covered by a fence. Maybe I can. Surrounded by this fence, and as you can see, there's pictures, photographs that you can see of this when they buried these people. Just dumped them all in, and the cemetery is still in use today by the tribe. There's some fairly recent ones in here. Do you want to take over?
Can you read it out loud? Because I can't.
What?
December 29th, 1890, Chief Bigfoot with his Mini Konhu and Hunpapa Sioux band of 106 warriors, 250 women and children were encamped on this flat, surrounded by the U.S. 7th Cavalry, 470 soldiers, commanded by Colonel Forsyth. The Messiah craze possessed many Indians who left the vicinity of the agencies to ghost dance during the summer and fall of 1890. Unrest in the Pine Ridge Reservation was partly due to the reduction of beef rations by Congress and to the ghost dancing of Chief Sitting Bull, Hump, Bigfoot, Kicking Bear, and Short Bull. The Sioux were told by Kicking Bear and Short Bull that by wearing ghost shirts, the ghost dancing warriors would become immune to the white man's bullets and could openly defy the soldiers and white settlers. And bring back the old days of the big buffalo herd. On November 15th, 1890, Indian River warrior Lakota Wiputsa at Pine Ridge called for troops. and by December 1st, 1890, several thousand U.S. regulars were assembled in the area of the reported territory, or Dakota Territory. On December 15th, 1890, Chief Sitting Bull was killed by Lieutenant Bullhead of the Standing Rock Indian Police. 30 of Sitting Bull's braves escaped from the Grand River and joined Chief Bigfoot's band on Deep Creek to camp and ghost dance on the South Fork of the Cheyenne River. Chief Bigfoot was under close scrutiny of Lieutenant Colonel Sumner and his troops, and on December 23, 1890, they were ordered to arrest Bigfoot as a hostile. However, the Bigfoot band had already silently slipped away from Cheyenne County into the Badlands, headed for Pine Ridge. On December 28, 1890, without a struggle, Chief Bigfoot surrendered to the U.S. 7th Cavalry Major Whiteside at the site marked by a sign 5 miles north of here. The band was then escorted to Wounded Knee, camping that night under guard. Reinforcements of the U.S. 7th Cavalry, including one company of Indian Scouts, arrived at Wounded Knee from Pine Ridge Agency the morning of December 29, 1890. Colonel Forsyth took command of a force of 470 men. A battery of 4 Hotchkiss guns was placed on the hill 400 feet west of here, overlooking the Indian encampment. Bigfoot's band was encircled at, over on the other side.
Yeah.
That's dead. I guess I have to go over. At 9 a.m. by a fine line of foot soldiers and cavalry. Chief Bigfoot, sick with pneumonia, lay in a warm tent provided by Colonel Forsyth in the center of the camp. A white flag flew there, placed by the Indians. Directly in the rear of the Indian camp was a dry draw running east and west. The Indians were ordered to surrender their arms before proceeding to Pine Ridge. Captain Wallace, with an army detail, began searching the teepees for hidden weapons. Are those weapons of mass destruction, those hidden weapons?
Same ones, the George Bush's.
During this excitement, Yellowbird, a medicine man, walked among the braves, blowing on an eagle bone whistle, inciting the warriors to action, declaring that the ghost shirts worn by the warriors would protect them from the soldiers' bullets. A shot was fired and all hell broke loose. The troops fired a deadly volley into the council warriors, killing nearly half of them. A bloody hand-to-hand struggle followed, all the more desperate since the Indians were armed mostly with clubs, knives, and revolvers. The Hotchkiss guns fired 2-pound explosive shells on the group, indiscriminately killing warriors, women, children, and their own disarming soldiers. Soldiers were killed by a crossfire of their comrades in this desperate engagement. Surviving Indians stampeded in wild disorder for the shelter of the draw 200 feet to the south, escaping west and east in the draw, and north down Wounded Knee Creek. Pursued by the 7th Cavalry resulted in the killing of more men and women and children, causing this battle to be referred to as the Wounded Knee Massacre. 1 hour later, 146 Indian men, women, and children lay dead in Wounded Knee Creek Valley. The bodies of many were scattered along the distance of 2 miles from the scene of the encounter. 20 soldiers were killed on the field, 16 later died of wounds. Wounded soldiers and Indians alike were taken to Pine Ridge Agency. A blizzard came up. 4 days later, an army detail gathered up the Indian dead and buried them in a common grave at the top of the hill northwest of here. A monument marks this grave. Ghost dancing ended with this encounter. The Wounded Knee battlefield is the site of the last armed conflict between the Sioux Indians and the United States Army. And up there on that hill is where we came from at the gravesite. So that must be the creek they all ran through over there, or the draw. Yes. You just want to play, huh? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. Wanting to play?
Shut everything right down. And so you're not here in the winter? No. 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 Okay. I mean, you. Yeah, we gotta see. Yeah, that's nice. You're right here. Now, do you wanna? Like I said, if you're gonna be at Rushmore, well, at dusk and for dark, you gotta quite a time.
Let me ask you this, because if we have not made any reservations before.
Way to go.
Right around where we were yesterday when we talked to that guy, I guess.
This thing, no, okay.
Kind of interesting. All around here is fine.
Parks.
The footbridge there.
Yeah, that's all right. Up by the street?
Yeah.
Okay. Go up by the street.
There's a lot of waterfall.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah. I wonder what, is that a spring? I guess.
Yeah.
Huh? He says it's fed by all these different springs. What is that?
What's what? The gazebo.
Yeah, but
Kidney Springs, 1920 gazebo.
where were we? Right here?
Right
Columbia
here.
Park?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't bad last night on the days that we found that place. You know, that's where I wanted to stop originally.
Oh, when I saw it too, it looked like it. That's why I said maybe. The rules and regulations for hitching your horses to the hitching post. And we're going to go on a little walk. It looks like, what is that up there? A church? Yep. Church. Yep. The Falls River.
Oh, that's nice. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Those reminds me of back home. So going up the Adirondack or something, you know? You get a picture of that?
What, the building?
How old do you think that is?
It says 1890 on it, I think, or 1892. Yeah.
There's a hotel there.
Whole district is running.
Okay. It's running, folks. It seems fuzzy, the picture. Oh, I guess it's me. I guess I'm fuzzy. Here, it's still running, so I hope you got a good picture of your face.
I
Look
don't
at that
know.
train.
Well, yeah.
I wonder if that's a spring or if that's...
He said there was like 80-something springs around. Look at, there's an inn up there. What is it, the Sojourner Inn or something? This is Kidney Springs 1920 gazebo. One of the 170 thermal springs within the Hot Springs Valley. You can see down there. Let me zoom in on this one. Coming right out of the mountain. It's a lot of water.
A lot of warm water. You can take a bath in here year round. If you can handle the cold air.
I don't know. It's a banana climate, remember?
Yeah.
And this is the main street of Hot Springs, South Dakota. And the Evans Hotel built in 1892, and it's been elderly housing since 1979. I could think of worse places to live if you're an old fart.
There's a thing about the sandstone.
Marker here that shows the...
From Virginia. Did you see it?
Huh?
It's all this is from Virginia. See the Virginia Center?
Yeah. Courthouse, the VA Center with the VA staircase.
Probably where that guy came from. Reprising my role, Sue.
Yep. And what's your line?
From the Young Pioneers.
What's your line?
All aboard!
Very good. You remembered that after almost 30 years.
Well, that was the one from the Young Pioneers. The other ones were more complex. And then I do the one as the fireman on the train. It's the Burlington one.
That's right. You can do the one from the Legend of the Lone Ranger if you just want to stick your elbow out.
Yeah, but they don't. That's not the engine, is it?
No, that's a caboose.
What the hell is that up there? A high stuff.
That's a caboose.
Yeah.
That's where they sat, so they could see over the top of the train. That's why they don't have cabooses anymore. Let's see. You want to go in or you want to get out?
I'm gonna do my time, and I just hope that I don't have to do the shower scene in there. Hey, there's a cot in there. A slot cot.
Well, I imagine that the... Baby Horse Memorial.
Well, what do you think, audience? Did she make a pretty good choice? All right. Come on up here. Let's hear it. Did she? Yeah, well, thank you very much. Okay. At 26, the Arlington Champion. Just like the chip off the old block. Well, just because I'm just a little bit overweight, don't think that I actually move just like that in my younger days. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go right on in with the planes in the French ECR base. And this will be done by the brothers Paul and Frank. But just before we go on, I would like to break right in with a commercial. Audiences have lots of teachings here this afternoon. And whenever you see this teaching in a white-tailed region, they retail from $12 to $15 a piece. However, since the water refrigerators are only $5 a piece, we're made with nice premium, copper, leather, and CNG.
This is a sculpture over here, David, the scale model sculpture.
I look at myself, you know, I look like an old beach boy. This fucking outfit.
Got a picture of a guy taking a picture of me.
You got another one, right?
The skinny, the shirt has terrible.
Somehow the Mount Rushmore Visitor Center.
So what do we do up here then?
I don't know.
say there's no parking on the right. Do you think we can see it from this road?
I don't know.
And once we get there, where do we go? Where's the
I
road?
don't know.
Well, look in here.
It doesn't say. It's not that specific. I'm sure we just have to look at the signs.
All right. If you have to, just climb up through this hole and take pictures.
Oh, those are some pretty good rocks.
Yeah, well, it is mountain of rocks.
I got my still camera too, so that I can.
At the ready. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to see something here, so be ready for it.
I think if you go into Keystone, the town.
Yeah, you can see it from there.
That's what all the pictures show.
Look at this, no parking. You don't want anybody around here.
Right. That's what we get for coming here on the 4th of July.
That's what I said.
We just had the security check there for the highway patrol, and the guy with a big old automatic weapon. And here's some more emergency vehicles. Oh, that's a flyer probably for fireworks tonight.
Have you got that on already?
Yeah, I got it on already.
Oh, well, I hope we...
Because I don't know how soon we'll see something.
I know.
And I want to catch it right from the get-go. They might have a lot of this blocked off too because of the fireworks that they're setting up. See, there's a couple guys right there standing under the tree.
Some people walking. So we're going to go look at it, and we're going to see it if we can. Yeah, this is the worst damn time to go. Jesus. This is going to be awful. I wonder if this is the back of it or something.
Could be. I bet you it is. I bet you that's why a lot of this is blocked off and all the fire trucks are here because of the fireworks.
Here.
Concession fee area. They pay, you
So
have to pay to park.
So get the picture. So I do not want to go in there right now, right?
No, I don't think so because you'd have to pay. I'm going to shut this off. Put it on pause for a minute. We're waiting here to go down the road and there's Mount Rushmore. Our first view of it. Lots and lots of traffic.
I mean, that's what this is.
Zoom in.
I wonder if we can get on the side of it if we're just going straight through.
It's a view of the valley from this road underneath Mount Rushmore. A big screen showing some video or something.
This guy's asking this guy something, I guess. So I hope we can see this much.
Well, we're coming into Rapid City. And it wasn't very rapid getting here. Traffic was pretty bad. That was after we left Keystone. And what we're going to do now is see if I get a room.
We hope we can get a room.
There's the water tower. This is Rapid City. I'm not aiming this very well. I don't think I'm bouncing up and down.
It's still working.
I'm recording and I've got the lens cover on it. There we go. This is Keystone. We parked at one end, and we've already walked up to the other end, it looks like. I'm not sure how we're going to get to Mount Rushmore. I know we don't have much tape left. We have a very low battery, but I'm filming it anyway. So right now we're in the saloon. It was once called saloon number 10 in Deadwood. Oops, let me move this. Deadwood, South Dakota. And down here is where the site is, or was, all Bill Hickok was shot. There's the gambling machine. Yeah, this is a recreation on the side of what it looked like. And they have all these interesting posters, Calamity Jane and her coffin, and Custer, and Wild Bill, and Buffalo Bill, and another guy with a very strange name, Texas Jack Omohundo, who were from the Wild West show.
She doesn't look like Doris Day there, does she?
And the